Hello, this is Dr. Bane. Welcome to my 2019 game room. A lot has changed since my 2018 game room tour. I've added about 20 consoles, so where my collection is sitting at over 60 game consoles. I also have added about 200 games, where I'm sitting at over 1,100 physical games. A lot has changed, but all of this that I've got has cost me nothing. I've collected and I've flipped and I've dumpster dived to achieve all this collection where I actually probably made money collecting all these video games. If you want to check out how, check out my Life of a Video Game Collector playlist as well as my GameStop Dumpster Dive playlist. Without further ado, let's jump into the game room tour. So I'm going to start the room tour with a outside look of what you would see if you're coming up to this room. Unfortunately, this is only about 10 by 8 space. It's not big, but I do pack as much as I can in here, which is well over around 60 systems, probably actually a little bit more if you include random handhelds, and over 1,100 games. I got 2 kiosks, a couple more displays in here. Yeah, just a lot in here. This room has definitely changed over the last year. And I've taken out my desk. This is not my office anymore. This is just my game room. I do keep my laptop in here occasionally, but anyway, let's start with the game room. So this is exactly the same as last year, this setup basically, and it's the only thing that's really stayed the same, besides me adding a Google Home Mini. I do have a couple of those. This is my Sony Trinitron. I believe this is a 32 inch, I want to say. Let's go down here. I got my NES Mini. My friend from work, Peter, gave that to me for Christmas. Thank you very much, buddy. Halo Edition Xbox, HD DVD player. I do have a storage ottoman this year that's new also. Has most of my cords and stuff. It's the only one that's not in the bag. Basically, I put them in Ziploc bags to make sure that, one, they don't get dirty, and two, they kind of stay with each other. GameCube stuff together, Wii stuff, cords and all that stuff, so it's easier to keep track of that stuff. Got this off of Facebook for 15 bucks, I believe. So I'm gonna go over here. I have Marvel Superheroes, which is fitting because at the time of this, I actually have picked up a arcade. You'll see the video a little bit later. I just got it, so I'm not gonna show that off quite yet, but you'll see a video specific for that. Anyways, down here have my SNES. Down here used to be my Dreamcast before I put it in the box. One of my, I want to say 4 Xbox, original Xbox. My Crystal that I got when I was in Canada last year. My Sega Saturn, which has one of those pseudo things that you could play backups if you want to. Game Gear that does not, the screen needs to be repaired. I will have to do that at some point. My PlayStation with the screen, one of my better pickups. I got that for pretty cheap before they started going up in price recently. I'm gonna pick that controller up. Over here, can't see as well, but those are my Steelbook PC games I got from GameStop. Those are my boxed NES, or dang it, N64. My boxed Nintendo 64, sorry. Best one obviously is Mario Party. There is debate a while ago if that is sealed or not. That I've come to the conclusion I don't think it's a seal, it's a reseal. It's definitely in pristine condition, but I'm pretty sure that's a reseal of Mario Party. Up here are some custom cases I made for my Nintendo 64 games. Those are in there though. Smash Brothers, Snowboard Kids, Super Mario 64, Zelda, Mortal Kombat. And there is probably something in there. I don't remember. There is my PlayStation 4 store display controller. There's my loose Nintendo 64. I will also be doing a room tour soon, so, or not room tour, collection video. So all my Nintendo cards will be in the collection video. So I'm not going to really talk about much right now. I do have some pretty good ones, so stay tuned for that. There goes my NES games. I won the Godzillas off of a Gamer Geek Nation auctions, so those are pretty cool. Don't have much for the cart based, don't pop up here that often, so yeah. But back here I do also have consoles and stuff like that. I believe I have one. My hacked Wii is back there, and I have 2 box GameCubes back there, and then a bunch of store display stuff. Up there is my Kirby. I will always have a little shrine or something to Kirby. I've mentioned this multiple times. My mother was a huge fan of Kirby, and she's no longer with us, so that's kind of my, honor to her. This 3D display, I got this last year. I need to get back there and fix it up so the light actually works. Other than that, I love this thing. It's pretty. I do have my 3DS. It's a hacked one. Let me see it focus. Do have a bunch of games on here. It did have the free play, but in all honesty, I got most of the games on here and play the physical games on my new 3DS XL. I'm looking to get a new 2DS XL, the Zelda one, pretty soon. Up here is my Zelda stuff. I used to have my Zelda collection up here. Thinned it out and moved it to the other side of the room, but this was the leftovers. Let's go over here. This is my dirty Genesis with my 32X. Got this when I traded one of my Amiibo displays. I got another one, so yeah, obviously you probably seen that at the beginning of the video, but I'll highlight that a little bit more later. My loose Dreamcast games I got recently, and that was about a month ago I got those. I need to make a case for them. Here are my Dreamcast games. I got some pretty good ones, but not much, honestly. I don't remember what those are. I think those are just backups I don't really care about. Down here is my very modest Master System. Probably I might do a Sega collection, but Golden Axe Warrior by far the highlight of that. These are backups. Fix-It Felix Jr. for the Genesis hack, that was pretty cool. Crusaders Ascenti, Sega CD games, and the rest of this is my my PlayStation stuff. I got these from GameStop, so I just put them on there. Nothing too special about them, but I will also be doing collection videos on all this stuff, so I'm going to try to breeze through these real quick. And that's from my wife. That was last year, she gave that to me. So, I am a husband and a father, so those are very important. So, my PlayStation 3 collection, which I've been building after I hacked my PlayStation 3. When I typically hack a console, I end up buying the games anyway. So I bought actually most of the games I hacked on there. The only one I cannot physically buy, main reason why I hacked my PlayStation 3 was Scott Pilgrim versus the World. You can't buy that. But yeah, here's my PSP Go. I got a really good deal on this after trading and flipping. Free. Like everything in my collection, actually, I want to go back. Everything in here, I've actually gotten essentially for free. If to be truthfully honest, I've actually gotten everything in here, which I probably explained in the beginning part of this video. I got everything in here, and it's actually, I've made money off of this stuff because of my flipping ability. But yeah, I'm going to get back to the PSP in just a second. So this is my hacked PSP. I like that a little bit. Got some games on here. I believe I use this one for my... This is my translated one? No, this is just for ROMs and emulators. Nothing too crazy. But anyways, my PlayStation 3 collection's actually becoming one of my favorites. I was a huge 360 fan when this came out. I'm starting to turn into a PS3 guy for that gen. I just really liked how that console did it. But anyways, I got a box PSP. It is complete in box. I leave that one in there. My silver PSP is hacked. This is my blue one. Again, I got that for free pretty recently. My games, I got a couple RPGs, some Japanese games, a very small Vita collection. One of the collections I thinned out over the last couple years was my PlayStation 1. I do have some other really good games, but not much anymore. I used to have a huge PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 collection. Those are the ones I thinned out. I kept some of the better titles, and I usually keep those up front: the Silent Hills, Persona, Grand Theft Auto, some RPGs, Time Crisis with the Guns, Crash, Psyops. Huge fan of that game. That was probably one of my favorite games of all time. I played the heck out of that. Over here to my Wii collection. This is fastly becoming one of my favorite consoles. Definitely underrated. Just was talking to a friend from work about this game, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. Amazing game. Definitely highly recommend it. Again, like many of my other things, I hacked the Wii, ended up buying most of the games I hacked on there, and then I just started putting backups on there instead of just getting ROMs. Pikmin 2, excited to finally add that to the collection. Yeah, some really cool Wii games. Big box GoldenEye with the controller, the Zelda 25th edition with the controller, down to the Switch. I am in love with the Switch right now. Actually, I'm in talks to getting the second one. So, not many games like a lot of other collectors, but I do have some. I need to start playing that more. GameCube is one of my smallest collections. I actually did not play GameCube until like a couple years ago, but I do like it, just don't find them often here. My Zelda Wii U, long story short, my wife tried to buy this for me when we first started dating. She got ripped off on eBay, lost a lot of money on that, and then I was able to find it in the wild here for under 80 bucks. This is my GPD XD. I'll probably, if I haven't done the video yet, I probably will do a video. That handheld is amazing, especially if you put RetroX on there. Here's my Wii U games. Again, I got these from GameStop. It adds a little flair to the collection. Yeah, the Wii U is an underrated system, honestly. I feel like it's a pretty good system. Do have some handhelds back there. Zelda Light, my wife got me. GBA, DS, DSi, Pokemon Edition, Pokemon Black Edition. This is a Game Boy Zero, which has a Raspberry Pi in it, so it has extra buttons, all that stuff. Really cool. Cost a lot of money, so kind of somewhat regret getting that because I got that in the GPD XD, and they basically do the same thing at the same time. Spent like about $400 on those two, but it is super cool. Got that from CJR when I went on my honeymoon. Met up with him right before I left. I'll have to actually hang out with him and Matt sometime when I go back up there. Just got busy, honeymoon, all that stuff. The rest of my Wii games, my Master System. Love that system. I need to play that more. Only reason why it's not over on the TV is because it does not fit on the TV stand right now. Turbo Graphics, which I should probably put on the TV stand. I got that recently. Fix-It Felix Jr. arcade and a Pac-Man arcade that I got recently too. Check out my Life of Video Game Collector series. I gotten a lot over the last year. Highlights a lot of the stuff I got. Halo Reach, I got that years ago before I really started collecting. Halo 5, which is in my Xbox kiosk, which was behind me. Halo 5, Guardians, Halo Reach, which I got that from a friend a couple years ago when he moved to Seattle. My Xbox 360 kiosk. It's kind of in like a stationary mode because I loaded it up, but this is a RGH Xbox 360. Might actually sell that soon because not really in love with that. I was into a huge kick where I wanted all the hack systems and play around with them. Now I'm just like, I don't really care about that. The Xbox 360 one. PlayStation 3 one I love. Not so much that one. Anyways, again, collection videos will be coming out on this stuff. Xbox is my biggest collection. I have about, I want to say 240 games. So I'm a little bit more than a quarter way of completing that. I can probably get more when I get some the cheap sports games, which will knock out a bunch of those. Down here is my Xbox One collection. And then I got these Master Chief, or not Master Chief, these Spartan figures a couple years ago. But here's my games. Typical stuff. I don't play the Xbox One as much as I should. Down here is my 360 collection. Got about 100 and I want to say 30 random Game Boy Color. Got Connect Complete in Box. The BioShock 2 Collector's Edition. Xbox 360 Elite. Halo 3 Collector's Edition. Elder Scrolls Morrowind. Over here in the corner I keep Mjolnir. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Thor's Hammer. Disney Infinity 2.0. I got from Toys R Us when they were giving them away for like $3. Another Xbox One Connect. Over here is just some promo stuff. My complete in box Red Wii. One of the cool things about my collection over last year, got every single Wii in box over the last year. Amiibo display. You can do that. Only have one amiibo down there. A big box Wii game I got for free. A Xbox One controller, display, some Master Chief figures, Fix-It Felix Jr. complete in box. I wanted one complete in box I wanted to play because my daughter already likes playing it too. Limited edition Days of Play PlayStation 4. I just got that recently. Xbox Neon Sign, one of the better trades I've done. Love that thing. Huge Xbox fan, so I was really glad to add that to the collection. Complete in box Nintendo 64. Why I don't have one displayed. PlayStation Move back there. Should move that. Street Fighter Fight Stick And then my laptop box is right there too. I got a lot of boxes. Most of my consoles are in boxes because I just don't have enough room to display and have them. PS Vita, this is the original OLED edition, complete in box, hacked, 64 gig in there, full of games. Black Wii, that is a Xbox 360, PlayStation 3. All these are basically complete in box, besides the Xbox One X, that's not complete in box. My Monster Hunter edition is in there. My PlayStation VR is over on the other side of the room. Xbox One X complete in box. PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 2 complete in box. Wii Mini complete in box. PlayStation 4 complete in box. One of the better deals I've ever gotten. Yeah, you definitely want to check out that video. It is I actually got paid to get that PlayStation 4. Yeah, check out The Life of a Video Game Collector. It's definitely in there. OG Xbox complete in box. Blue Wii U, got that. Got the Wii U, or the Blue Wii from Canada. Got the box as soon as I got back for a couple bucks. So sweet, my Switch box, posters, some wrestling figures, Halo figures. I do have more boxes in this corner. My Dreamcast box. And I think I have something else. See, nope, that's it. But this is one of my more pride and joys. My Xbox One kiosk. Finally completed this thing last year. It was one of my goals. Was able to get a TV, a plasma TV for dirt cheap. It looks amazing. I do need to clean the glass and get the other controller plugged in, but I just wanted to get this done, and I just haven't been able to repair any little repairs. Just random stuff down there. Nerf kind of thing. My cleaning stuff, Zelda guides, all that good stuff. Got Zelda thing, I've had that for years. A couple figures, Perler bead, Zelda display, my Wii U, that's complete in box. This is my Kindle Fire, which I basically read my comics on through the Comic Cat. Just read my digital comics right now. That's obviously Scott Pilgrim. Huge fan of Scott Pilgrim, if you didn't know. My Oregon Trail little handheld thing. Some figures, some Zelda stuff. My Vizio that I use if I just want to test the system, make sure it works, all that good stuff. Handhelds. Goku just chilling right here. Again, collection video will be coming soon. My 3DS, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. All my games are back here. It goes deep. It goes too deep. And I got my loose games just randomly back there. But I do have a ton of handheld games. This is one of my better collections. Last year I just got it boosted for dirt cheap. I was getting lots where I was making money while keeping games and all that stuff. It was amazing. Probably won't ever happen like that again, but who knows. My 3 Fantastics. Don't have a better way to display them right now. My 25 year anniversary right there. That is complete with a brand new Ocarina of Time. Zelda 3DS, new 3DS XL, the Zelda 3DS Link Between Worlds. My 2 classic systems, which I played more, both complete in box. Collector's editions. This is Ni no Kuni 3DS or DS version. It has the book in Japanese. Really cool. I don't know how to pronounce that, but Hype gave that to me. He gave the outer part to me, and I got the game like a couple years later. There is my hacked PS3 right there. Batman thing my wife got me years ago. Scott Pilgrim the game. My Zelda, or my Luigi Wiimote inbox. Zelda figure. Again, my wife likes to give me Zelda stuff because she knows I love it. It's my second favorite behind Halo. Ni no Kuni without the outer box. Collector's edition. bought that on eBay years ago for like $30 or something like that. My Tatsumukun fight stick, my arcades, Xbox One controllers, my extra ones, just random stuff here, my laptop. I got some Toys R Us stuff there, but in the near future there will be a Zelda bar top. I posted a couple pictures of the progress on Instagram. Follow me on there. It is coming. I just have to figure out a couple issues with it. Before I finish this off, there is my Sonic Luigi poster. I've had that for years. I moved my Kirito and Asana picture there. Luigi's mentioned I got it in my garage. I love that game. My daughter's playing the heck out of it. She loves that. That's new. My Infinity Stones from that. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I keep just random paperwork and stuff in there. That's just more random stuff. And then that is my my PlayStation VR. And that is the room. Again, over the last year or so, it's just it's definitely changed. I got a lot more space in here since I don't have a chair, but I don't have space to keep everything I have. I obviously have multiple kiosks downstairs. I do have a arcade in my garage too. It's not in this video, but I do, and it'll be in another video because I want to show that off later. I do have plans for 2019, and I hope that things continue to grow. Really excited, dumbbells. But anyways, hello, this is Dr. Smitty, and this is my living room setup. If you notice, there's some display boxes. In all honesty, it's because our TV is actually too big for the stand. I accidentally bought a TV stand that was too small for my TV, but it's the one the wife wanted, so that's why we have it. But still have the RGB back there. I love this, the fireplace. Down here, have my cable box, my Xfinity, my Alienware with my media player and all that stuff. I'm going to actually pause this so I can turn on the lights, so stay tuned. Okay, much better. Yeah, you can see it better. Alienware. Sorry for the little bit of dust. Alienware with my external hard drive. Down here is my Xbox One X. My Switch. My wife's family heirlooms. Over here, my PS3 Days of Play and controllers. That's all I got in there right now. I took out the Wii U. It's in the box. I apologize for the little the orb looking things. I think it's just dust and dander. But love this TV stand that we have here. It's really nice. Cost a lot of money. Was not cheap. But that's what my wife wanted for Christmas, so that's what I got. Cardboard's there because of my bunny. But yeah, this is the downstairs setup. Hello, this is Dr. Smitty, and I am in my garage showing off my two of my kiosks. Same as last year, my Wii U kiosk, which has the demo unit in there. You can tell because of all these games. It's one of the earlier demos. This was tossed out pretty early, as evident by the white Wii U sign rather than the black one on the later ones. That sign does light up. I just have to play with some wires that I really didn't want to do with before. You know, it is fully complete and in pretty nice condition, if I do say so myself. It's almost perfect. This one over here is my PlayStation 4 kiosk. I got this from CJR, so this is all the way from from Canada, from Kitchener, Ontario, so it's pretty cool. I added a 32-inch TV. It does pivot and all that good stuff. Right now it has my the PS4 that's in my living room just because I wanted to test it out. The other one's in my box. It's pretty cold out here. It's, you know, January in Minnesota, so but my other PlayStation 4 works, and that's the one that would usually be in there. This does work to charge my Vita, which I will, once I get it into a permanent location, we'll have my modded Vita in there, my regular PlayStation 4 that's in there, obviously a controller, and this is in pretty good condition, if I do say so myself. I had to mount, obviously add a mount to that, which wasn't that hard, just needed the right drill bits and a TV mount for that. But two of my better kiosks, if I do say so myself. I love collecting kiosks in arcades. Like I think I said earlier, I did get a arcade right there, Marvel Superheroes. I will show that off in another video, probably coming up very soon, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like if you like it, thumbs down if you don't, subscribe if you want to see more content, because 2019, I have a feeling, is going to be another big year for game collecting for me. I've already started off with a big bang with a limited edition PlayStation 4 and some other pickups, so stay tuned. This is Dr. Smitty. Make sure you guys get your game on. Peace.